Okay, folks, we're ready to go. We're in the Buckley Room tonight, not the Carter Room. This is October 24th, 2022, the Selectmen's meeting. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, public announcements. Mr. Haggerty, how many?
Yeah, just two little ones.
Yeah.
So I have a friendly trash and recycling reminder to Abington residents. Starting November 1st, textiles will not be allowed in the trash. Textiles include clothing such as shirts, pants, jackets, suits, hats, belts, ties, gloves, scarves, undergarments, handbags, backpacks. As for footwear such as shoes, sandals, sneakers, cleats, boots, flip-flops, and slippers. And household textiles such as curtains, drapes, sheets, blankets, comforters, towels, table linens, throw rugs, pillows, stuffed dolls, and stuffed animals. All textiles will need to be dropped off at our drop-off recycling bins around Abington. Bins are located at the town hall. There's one right next to the public library. There's one on Chestnut Street at Laidler Field. There's one at the Beaverbrook Elementary School and at the town's compost site, which is open most Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It is located on Groveland Street. As we head into the holiday season and financially challenging times, any donations of textiles to our Abington textile bins will provide clothing and household linens to those in need. Your donations are greatly appreciated. And the last one, the 11th Annual Abington Community Craft Fair, sponsored by the Abington Seniors, will be held on this Saturday, October 29th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Abington Senior Center, 441 Summer Street. The craft fair will include delicious baked goods, jams and jellies, fudge, essential oils, exotic wood, hand-painted items, needlecraft, holiday decor, bag and totes, live plants, lamps, handmade soaps, books, charismatics, American Girl doll clothes, and so much more. There will be raffle There will be raffle drawings each half hour starting at 11 a.m. and there will be a luncheon served at 11:30. So come on down to the Abington Community Craft Fair this Saturday at the Senior Center. Mr. Chairman, that's all I have for announcements.
Thank you. Kevin?
I have nothing.
Tim?
No, sir.
Mike?
Nothing tonight.
All right, and I have nothing. So moving on. Why don't we go to the approval of the minutes from October 11th?
Mr. Chairman, after review, I will make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from October 11th, 2022.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Discussion and possible vote to retain the law firm of Napoli Schlalnick to pursue Abington's interest in litigation against the makers of PFAS. I had asked Scott to put this on. Scott can explain. We believe that the water department already did, but more is better, I think.
Yeah, so the water department has, and I believe they've also retained the same firm. And this firm was recommended to us by KP Law, who was our general counsel, obviously. In some of the discussions we had, you know, there are many different items or different areas where the PFAS, these forever so-called chemicals, are found. You know, they were in shampoos and pesticides, firefighting foam. They're in stain-resistant clothing products, food packaging, paints. The concerns that we had as far as the town, separately from the water department, is certainly, we have an old landfill that we're looking at capping sometime in the future, or at the very least, we have to continue to monitor it, and we're going to start monitoring it in the near future for these PFAS chemicals. And our concerns are, obviously, if we were to find some of them, then what do we do if there's going to be some sort of future cleanup requirements or anything like that? We want to make sure that we're going to be made whole, or at least have some assistance from these manufacturers. The manufacturers that they're going after through this lawsuit, this class action lawsuit, include companies like DuPont and 3M, National Foam, Tyco, Kitty, Ansel. So there's quite a few of them out there. I think 3M was sort of the initial producer of it. With the conversations I had with the attorney from Schlotnick, Napoli, they are confident that this will go forward, and that it's actually going forward at a fairly good rate at this point. So I just need your authorization to sign on behalf of the town.
And the Attorney General is leading the charge on this.
I
She
believe
has
much
filed
like
suit.
the opioid suits, right?
Right, yeah. So it's, we approved, joining the opioid thing the same way, so. So do I have a motion for that?
I'll make a motion to retain the law firm of Napoli Stolnick PLLC to pursue Abington's interest in litigation against the makers of PFAS and AFFF in the current ongoing multi-district litigation.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Okay, time being 6:36, we still got a couple of minutes. Why don't we discuss and possible vote to fill the vacancy on the Water Commission? Scott?
Yeah, so I have been notified by the superintendent that there is a vacancy, or from their chair through the superintendent, that there is a vacancy on that board. If we post it, if this board so desires, I can post it. We can put it out on the web, on the bulletin board, and seek qualified applicants who'd be interested in filling the term until the election.
Now, would this go until the April election, or would that person finish well, I think he was up for re-election next April
I
anyway.
believe that's,
No?
I think 2 years. I think Bob's up this year.
Oh,
Is
so.
no,
Is there
but
only
either
one
way, it
spot?
goes to the
It
election.
goes
and
until
then
the
that
election, and
is
then
for-
the election would be for a one-year term, I would
Correct.
think.
Is there only one spot, or is there two spots?
I was notified of one.
There's one spot in Abington, there's one spot in Rockland.
Okay.
So we would meet with the Abington commissioners in a joint meeting similar to what we did with the Board of Health. And we would appoint one jointly with them. They have 2 members now, and the full board is 3. And Rockland is doing the same on their side.
Okay. Yeah, this is one, I've heard from a few of the water people, and they can't even hold meetings. They don't have a quorum, they can't hold
Well,
meetings.
actually, I had a
They have
discussion with
informational seminars.
one of the foremen, and they can actually hold meetings because the joint waterworks, there are only 4 positions filled. It doesn't go by how many potential members there are. There are only 4 members now, so they only need 3 members for a quorum. They don't have 6 members, so they don't go by that. We did this, we found this out when we did, when we had that issue with the Conservation Commission. When they were short several members, it's the members that, not necessarily the members present, but the members that are on that board at the time.
Same thing happened with the Board of Health not too long ago.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
there's supposed to be 3 from Abington and 3 from Rockland, but right now there are only 2 and 2.
2 and 2, so making.
So the quorum would be 3 for a joint meeting.
So someone should relay that information to them.
I
Because
did.
They're under the impression right now that I just talked to them today, and they're under the impression that they can't hold meetings, so.
I have a meeting with the superintendent in the morning, so.
Well, not only that, at that last meeting, one member wasn't there. So if they have 4 members at their next November 1st meeting, they have a quorum either way.
Oh, even if they have 3, right? They have,
Even if they have 3, they would
Okay.
have a quorum.
it's good to know.
But I was told by the one that missed the meeting that he would definitely be there on November 1st.
So I will get this posted if you so desire. It will be, anybody who's interested will have to notify us and fill out the talent bank form within 10 days following the date the notice is posted. And this board will make a decision no earlier than 14 days after that posting, so probably sometime in November.
Is that
Depending
10
on the
days
November
of
schedule.
midnight or 10 days to close the business?
I would say midnight, or close of business.
Monday through Thursday or a Friday close of business? Because there's 2 different closes of business, right?
Today's close of business, which is apparently going to be 8 or 8:30 at the rate we're going.
All right, so do we have a motion to post that vacancy?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Okay, time being after 6:40, we have a request for a new commercial garage license. We voted to continue this.
Is this it? No, I think, is this the same one? or is
Different
this-
unit.
Yeah.
Or is it the same?
At our last meeting, you didn't show up, right?
No, this,
I
I
think-
think you're talking about another.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
that's a different
One's
one.
Unit D, one's Unit C.
I'm
Get it
sorry.
right, Mr. Chairman.
So what
Unit
happened with
D.
the one that we continued is they never got their advertising done properly anyway. So
okay.
we're going to have
All
to
right.
start that.
So this
anew.
is a new request for
Correct.
commercial garage license for Nito, is it?
Yes, need all.
Auto repair, 800 Adam Street, Unit C. Do I have a motion to open the hearing?
Make that motion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Okay, why don't you come up to the microphone and explain what you are doing?
Here?
Yep.
Go ahead. Your name and address.
My name is Apolônio de Almeida Neto. The business address
Yeah, sure.
is 800 Adam Street in Abington, Mass.
Okay. And you've had all your inspections?
Yeah.
Everything is,
Yeah.
Scott, I remember last time there was a list of like exit signs, there was a trailer, there was a kind of a laundry list of stuff to do.
Yeah, we
Has that
did
all been
already.
taken care of?
Yeah, we did already.
You hardwired exit signs in?
Yeah,
Remove the trailer from the front parking area?
yes, yes.
Extension cords that were running out to the trailer are gone?
Yeah, it's no more.
Egresses are not blocked, and I'll file a business certificate with the town clerk's office. Okay.
Yes.
any questions on the board?
Any question, on the application, you have 3 cars for repair. 3 cars for repair, 4 for customer spaces, 2 for employee spaces, and 10 cars on property. So where's the other car gonna be?
That's only 9.
3 for repair, 4 customer, and 2 employee.
The ones,
I suppose it doesn't matter, is it gonna be for repair, are you applying for 4 repair slots, or? That's the only way it would matter.
Anthony, can you explain to me?
You have a total of
10?
3 cars, yeah, 10, but when you count up the breakdown, cars for repair, you have 3 customer spaces of 4, that gets you to 7. Then you have 2 employee spaces, which gets you to 9. So we're trying to figure out where that
You need one more?
Where that one car is going,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter either way, I'm
Maybe-
just concerned,
Can
I
be
don't want you
my
to have
car.
4 for repair and then say,
Yeah.
well, you're in violation.
Okay,
When you
Yeah.
could make it 4 now.
okay,
Is it his own car?
We'll make it 4 for repair,
okay.
That'd be your best bet.
yeah. 8 to 6, Monday through Saturday.
Is there an existing business there now?
What?
Is there a business there now?
Yeah,
Did you work there,
yes, I will, yeah.
and now you're buying the business, or?
No, I don't buy, I just rent from the other guy, the owner, 3, almost, yeah, this rent.
Any other questions from the board? Anyone in the audience want to speak on this?
He's looking to get a repair plate.
Yeah, what's it gonna do for get a repair plate? Maybe you guys can help me, yeah,
A repair plate?
yeah,
Yeah, so you need the repair license from us
yeah,
to apply to the Registry of Motor Vehicles for the repair plate.
okay, okay,
The license we give you is what the registry will ask for.
okay,
And there's a whole new application through the Registry of Motor Vehicles for that. The plate's got nothing to do with us. But you have
Okay.
to prove that you have a license from the town of Abington in order to get the plate.
okay,
And Nancy will give that to them after this hearing.
Right, yeah.
So Nancy will give, after you come back later in the week, Nancy will give you the license, and then you can go to the Registry of Motor Vehicles for the plate.
okay, thank you.
Make a motion to close the hearing.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the new commercial garage license for Netto Auto Repair, Apollonio Netto, manager, 800 Adams Street, Unit C.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Good luck.
Thank you.
So is he all set?
He's all set.
Yep, all
Nancy
set.
will have the license ready in a couple of days. Call her or come up and see her. She just has to fill it out and stamp our signatures on it, and then it's ready to go. Okay?
Thanks, Mr. Chairman.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Okay, time being after 8:45, we have a request to transfer a common victual yeah, license from Twin Hospitality Group LLC, DBA Pizzing's Pizza and Wings, to Rachel Benz, DBA Pizzing's, 1035 Bedford Street. Motion to, this isn't a public hearing, is it?
It's just a transfer.
Yeah, just a transfer. Why don't you come up and, sure.
I'm just transferring over ownership to, I'm selling the business to the gentleman next to me and Rachel. Been great serving you guys for 5 years. I'm just trying to get into my other side hobby, which is real estate, so I always want to do that. So that's basically why I'm selling. But everyone's staying as is, employees are, the managers are staying as is, everyone's running the store as is, they're just gonna take over ownership basically, so nothing's changing. Pretty simple, I guess.
Do you have a liquor license there?
No. When I bought the store, it had a beer and wine, but I declined it. It wasn't,
Oh, okay.
wasn't worth it.
Right. I thought I remembered.
Same hours, everything?
Same hours, yep, same everything, same staff.
No changes at all? No secret recipe?
I should have like light changes, but pretty much goes to the same.
Although if you could bring back the old onion rings you used to have, I don't like the
Oh,
new
my
ones. The
God.
old ones.
Honestly, what happened with that was, if I didn't make them, they would come out like crap.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he's right across the street. He eats it about 6 nights a week.
I would, if you could, I would literally make them myself.
You'll make them?
I will, if you ask me. I have the stuff for it, I
Oh, they
just,
were so good.
yeah. Yeah, I'll show you how to make it, yeah. We were like, one person would go through like 5 bags just to make one order. Like, that's how bad it was, yeah. It's rough.
Okay, what's your pleasure, boys?
I'll make a motion that we approve the transfer of the common vic license from Twin Hospitality Group LLC, DBA Pizzing's Pizza and Wings, to Rochelle Benz, DBA Pizzing's, 1035 Bedford Street.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Good luck.
guys.
Good luck.
Nice seeing you guys.
I strongly
Thank you.
suggest next time you bring wings. It would go quicker.
Thanks, guys.
Nice.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Big show, big show. Thanks.
All right, update on the town aggregation plan, energy.
So, as you may recall, it was probably just over a year ago that we had Colonial Power Group in here, and they did a presentation, and we agreed, or this board agreed, to bring them on as our consultant for energy aggregation. They had not really seen much in the market, so they had not locked us into any prices or come up with any good programs for us, and recently, with some nudging, they did find some. Obviously, we're all, or everybody's very aware that the rates are going to go up over the winter. I think they're projecting to be somewhere around 33 or 34 cents per kilowatt hour. Colonial Power Group did find a decent deal for us that will probably save about 16% over that rate. It's a January through the end of April, it would be a 28 cent, a 0.284 per kilowatt hour. And then beginning in May, it'll drop down to 0.134 per kilowatt hour. There were some deals that could have saved a little bit or would have been less in the beginning, but they would have lasted, they would have been much longer term, and the recommendation was that we would end up paying more in the long run. So this was their overall recommendation. They will send out some mailers to everybody and let everybody know, because there's always the ability, if somebody's not interested in doing this, or if they have their own plan that they want to try and do, then they can opt out of this program.
Right, so the residents would have to opt out if they don't want this. This
Yeah.
is not an opt-in.
Correct. It's an opt-out. So we will get stuff on the website. Again, it won't take effect until January, but in the interim, they will do what, the Colonial Power Group will send out the mailers, get information to everybody. They'll get information to us. And again, people will be reminded that they just have to fill out this postcard and send it back in if they want to opt out of it.
It's the same service and same equipment, still serviced by the same people.
Yeah, you wouldn't notice. A typical household will only notice it when they open their bill. It'll, I think it'll say that the provider. We also did put in there is an option if somebody wanted to have their provider be 100% renewable energy. It's maybe, 0.0 something cents more. So if they prefer to have just a green supplier, wind-created energy, solar energy, that option will be available. Again, I think in the future, would be nice, we'd try and track this a little bit more, or try and ask Colonial Power Group to track it a little bit more so we can be a little more proactive on it. I'd also like to see a system where, I wouldn't mind doing a much longer-term thing, but we need the ability to make sure people are aware of when they should opt out of it. And that's kind of the problem, that if we did something long-term and they don't opt out, and they can opt out any time, but if they're not really watching that bill, they end up in the long run paying more. So this was the best deal as far as the consultants were concerned.
So I think it'd be important for us on the website to keep that updated should the prices change, and
Yeah.
and for us to let them know that they may want to opt out if they need to.
Okay, any questions on that? Any more questions? Seeing none, town managers report.
Just want to start off with early voting is going on here at Town Hall, and Today, they were working here on Saturday. They had it from 10 to 2 today, and it will be from 10 to 2 right up through 2 o'clock on Thursday. Friday will be from 9 to noon time. Then on Saturday, October 29th, 9 to 5. And then Monday, the 31st through Friday, November 4th, they'll start at 8:30. Monday through Thursday, closing up at 4:30, and Friday, November 4th, finishing at 12:30. So you're welcome to come in here, pop into Town Hall. It's, quick and easy, simple. So you can vote in person, or you can always wait until Tuesday, November 8th, at which time, from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., the elections will be held at the Beaver Brook Elementary School.
They still planning on holding school that day?
No, school is
It's-
closed that day.
Yeah. It's a professional day. So beyond that, Liz Shea and I are currently working with a company called Trey Finfo. It's they're an engineering firm. They were recommended to us from Van Ness Associates and Jeff Dirk, who's one of the leading traffic engineering firms in the area. We're asking them to evaluate our commuter rail train speed, review the pedestrian crossings, review vehicle crossings and all the grade crossings for safety. They're going to look at comparative speeds, they're going to look at industry standards, and they're going to make a report and some recommendations to us that, depending on what the report comes up with and the recommendations, we intend to, forward over to the MBTA, or the MBTA, excuse me. Fire Station Building Committee has begun meeting again. They finished some conceptual building layout, maximize the use of the site. Again, that site now that we're looking at is the DPW Police Station campus area. This will incorporate sort of two projects in one, the DPW project and the fire station project. Obviously, at first blush, and just with the conceptuals, the price tags, in the $60 million range, but this is just the first go-around. So keeping in mind that it's two major projects that we're looking to tackle here, but they will start doing some serious paring down and getting that number down to somewhere that we can work with. I've appointed Kevin Donovan to act as my liaison to the committee. Kevin has considerable experience in municipal government, as everybody knows, municipal building projects also. So I think his background and expertise will make a, great addition to that committee. I want to thank Allison Sullivan for her assistance in getting a streetlight installed at that Birch Street Railroad crossing. Been trying to get that done for quite some time now. It seems like National Grid was dragging their feet or just behind schedule. Our DPW director did reach out to Allison, and she reached out to National Grid, and lo and behold, we got a light up there pretty quick. So thank you to her. Appreciate the phone calls and the nudging from her office. That I think you guys are much more aware than I am how dark that area is at night, and apparently a lot of motorists get a little confused and may have tended to go down those tracks now and then. So hopefully this will help.
I do want to say, I think it's, I'm frustrated to see that our DPW director is reaching out to National Grid. There should be more cooperation there. We shouldn't have to reach out to our state rep to have her do work for us. That's unacceptable. I don't know what needs to be said, but National Grid really needs to pick up their feet a little bit on this one.
Yeah.
I just want to let them know it's unacceptable.
Had a meeting, Stephen Wright from Sanborn Ed is our consultant on the Groveland Street landfill. So we met with DEP last week regarding moving forward with that landfill capping. DEP was a good meeting. DEP preliminarily suggested that they will approve of our conceptual plans, and hopefully they'll have that approval done by the end of the year. I think, as you remember, when he was here and Stephen was doing the presentation, he kind of said that there was this document that was out there that's been waiting for a DEP approval for some time. So they did acknowledge that, and they said that they would get that done for us. But they also, during that conversation, said that, they would probably like to see us start doing PFAS testing. It's not in the regulations or the requirements yet, but they do expect it will come out very, very soon. And it'd be better for us to be ahead of the game since we're thinking of capping it, because that'll probably have a lot to do with whatever the final decision is on how it's capped and how it's monitored going forward. I received the Southfield Redevelopment Authority meeting report from Roger Woods. That hotel application was continued until November 16th at the applicant's request. You guys are aware that they're looking to put up I believe it's a Marriott right at the entrance on Route 18 to Union Point. They voted to authorize up to $300,000 for flood risk mapping, wetland delineation in ANRAD Agreement Task 1 with VHB. It's a $270,000 in the state grant, and then the balance is coming from the conservation accounts, from their conservation account. So that's great that it's only going to cost them about $30,000 from their account, but that is important for them to do, and I think important for the developers to have that. On October 27th, not as I reported in November, but October 27th, that's this Thursday, at the South Weymouth High School, or the Weymouth High School, the Humanitarian Room, the new master developer wants to hold a public meeting for residents. Roger said he will be in attendance and report back to us. The new master developer of that development is the same company that was responsible for Pine Hills. I've met with him several times. He did an amazing job down there in Pine Hills. It was a long process and a long project, and it's actually not even finished yet, but I think people will be a lot happier with the product that company will offer. So that's all I have, other than energy aggregation, which we already covered.
Any questions for Scott? Anything else for the board? Motion to go into executive session. Would someone read that and make that motion, please?
Motion, we enter into executive session in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21, to consider the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property. If the chair declares that an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the negotiating position of the public body, and to not return to public session.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, Alex?
Aye.
Aye.
Kevin? Tim?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye.